Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians! I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, and friends, colleagues, Romans, lend me your ears, it is hump day. Yes, folks, it is that wonderfully wacky Wednesday where we realize it is a downhill slide, not only to the weekend, but in sight, October. The true embrace of spooky season is upon us. The air is cool. The leaves are just starting to change. If you have fallen, there were some crunchies. I have a black rubber bat hanging in my living room. Friends, now is the time of peace for our discontent. For, we, like all good Adamses, will devour those who seek to oppress us. Not just pretty words. Now, before we get into the glorious part, that is my chat, which is the best chat on the internet. Absolutely. No doubt. My chats absolutely rule. And I will fight tooth and nail to it. Let's pay some bills. So, coming on down the pipe, the fighting axe, the simple sword. I am waiting for my copy of the simple spear after all that to come out. And the big stompy robots not roleplay game. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The rulebook. This is the second incarnation. You have the quick play. You have this, and you have one more I'm working on this winter. Now, my stuff fell. Stuff slides happen. That's all right. Friends, hi. How you doing? I hope you're feeling it, okay? Because you know what? I'll be honest. Been a rough week on me. Not a lot of energy. A lot going on. Tough time of year. But we're almost October. And I'm going, so you'll want to, if you're not following my art page at deviantart.com/NickT, they used to have these things called bookmarks, okay? And I'm not talking about the happy little pieces of paper you put in to remember where you are in a book. Or whatever else you heathens shove into your books. Because some of you people, I was a librarian for a while, and it's still in my heart. My wife is a capital L librarian. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. But strange things get found used as bookmarks. It's kind of odd. That being said, no, did you know that your browser has a feature where you, especially like on Chrome, it's a happy little star up top, where you can say, I'm going to this site that isn't through social media. You could type in a site. Even you don't even have to use Google. I mean, you can. I mean, I'm on Chrome, so Google is inherent. But you can type in a web address like bit.ly/jbtechapps and then hit that star, and then all you have to do is click that star. You become your own search engine. Or even bit.ly/and Tockert for my in progress page. You can do that. And they can't stop you. Bum, bum, bum. You have the power. So, folks, when you look at a website that you love or is created by somebody like Risingtide.pub, if you type it and you bookmark it, you can then go back to your bookmarks and go, there it is. And not have to Google it, not have to Yahoo it, not have to ask Jeeves. Yes, I'm old enough to remember what AJ stood for. AskJeeves.com. It is called a search engine. My old computer and typing teacher, Esther Schlegelmilch. I couldn't make that name up if I wanted to, and it is a great name. AskJeeves.com. Because it's like having a digital butler. Hashtag not sponsored, but more than happy to be. Now, for accountability, what have I been up to? Oh, yes, I'm around the 3,000 word line on my horror anthology, just cranking out stories and borrowing them from fictionalizing at least one from my sordid career as a paranormal investigator, a consultant. I dabbled in investigation, but investigation is not very helpful to the client. It's, look, we're going to use you to get proof of the supernatural, and then we'll try to gain fame from it for a lot of people. Not everyone. I've known some great paranormal investigators, but that's why I keep the term consultant. No, I just want to try to solve the problem. And by saying solve the problem, one, I get to pick my fee, which rarely was anything, although I did start asking for some equivalent exchange when, so I would get the 3 a.m. call. Nick, somebody's done something stupid. Clean up their mess. I'm gonna need a shiny rock or something for that, or I'm not gonna do it. But and no, I said equivalent exchange, not money. Getting paid for supernatural stuff can be dubious unless you're very specifically following a strict set of rules. Now, let's we loosey-goosey, folks. The important questions. How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose? My goose is totally loose. Okay, now let's see what we got going on. Oh, I forgot to close that. So I have some, let me do that, and that should help my stream. There we go. 60 minutes to showtime, folks. Get your humping done on this slightly moist hump day and grab a seat for the show. I hope in my heart of hearts that this was written at a time where you were making the best of hump day, Joe. For you, for your usually chosen hump mate, I hope everybody gets as much hump as they can out of hump day. Moving right down the line. Hey, Jody. Good morning, Donna. And what's this? And we've got Donna. Hey, Donna. I get to see you next week. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Folks, my hardest decision where this is, which of my bevy of beautiful Hawaiian shirts should I wear? The only way to find out is to go to FezCon October 8th at the Benton County Public Library. That's Saturday. Good morning. I think I could. Good morning, Nevermorians. See, you got to balance out the Not like this last time. I was showing off a little bit, feeling my pipes. We got a comment dump already. That's what we want to see. We want to see those comment dumps. I want to hear interaction. But yes, I've been writing on that. I was helping some colleagues in programs from the chat. I've been busy on some other side stuff, and I'm hoping to spend this weekend in a crafty compiling build mode. So I'm trying to do all the work ahead of time. Let's see. I know I'm forgetting something else. You guys will remind me. You always do. Hi, Mike. Good morning, Mike Jimmy. How are things on the other side of the big pond today? Mike Jimmy just got home from the side jobs for time for a bit of relaxation before continuing to animating aliens their limbs. And you know what? Thanks for that extra set. You know, I appreciate the middle limbs right here. They make reaching and doing things so much better. Donna. See, everybody loves Donna. Everybody loves Donna. Donna. Anyway, and that's the actual song. I just kind of pulled that one out of thin air. Good morning, Joe. Having a wonderful sunny fall day. We have a very nice, crisp, overcast fall day. Oh, it's delightful. The evil orb isn't hurting me. How are things on that side of the ocean? Let's find out how they are. Not bad. Getting some office work done before the show starts. Weather isn't as nice here. Been raining off and on all morning. I know. And I'm sorry for the folks that have to work outside, but it's so nice. The heat is gone. The bugs are dying. Vengeance is mine. And I still have tomatoes to pick. Let's see. It's not bad here. I'm up. I have coffee and a cigar. You know what? You're only one or two bits of all things American from having the ATF trifecta there. Anyway, God bless America. Oh, hello, Joe B. We seem to be almost on the same page. I'm probably going to let the show run as I'm going to prep squash and sweet potatoes from the oven. Bought them a few days ago, but didn't feel like cooking yet. Yesterday, I decided to slow roast some pork. And then I was making chili to go with it. And the chili was so good, we just decided to let the pork keep slow cooking. Oh my God, what's in the fridge right now is just going to be phenomenal. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl. Didn't get much writing done, but I did do some reading. Making notes for a review. I used to write lots of reviews, and I'm getting back into it. That is very appreciated, Carl. The reviews help. Speaking of, I need to find a link. There we go. Boom. I don't need the roughs. I just need the letter gobbledygook because I want to throw this out. Copy. Now, I'm hoping my dear friend Alyssa is in the chat. If she isn't, she should be. So I'm going to throw a link in the chat, and we'll stumble upon it later, to her author page because she put out her first book. And danged if it didn't keep me up late, which is a good sign in a book. Late enough, I got into some Dutch for chatting with Luke while he was streaming. But yes, guys, reviews are crucial. Do not hesitate to review, folks. Was flipping between day and night shift this week. I've accomplished absolutely nothing this week so far. Got one more night shift coming up this week. Okay, here's the deal, Joe. Okay, brother. I've done swing shifts. I believe them to be hate crimes, crimes against humanity. They should be banned by the freaking Geneva Convention. Let me be a day walker if I have to. Let me walk the night path if welcome. But do not make me go back and forth, because that means I spend a lot of time around the dawn side of things, and no one wants to see that. I mean, unless you're Ivan. And then I have to ask, did you see the sunrise today, Ivan? And if you know, you know. And if not, you're not probably very old. No, not a Friday night. Hopefully I'll be able to get a bit of reading done Friday night while they paint lines on the roads. I'll still be in the room that's nice shades of blue and yellow mixed together, just not from the home PC. Ha! Cool. Good. We miss you when you're not there. Yes, what Donna said, but in a manly voice. Because he's man. He's man in tights. Tights. Oh, sorry. No. I'm sorry. You're more a lumberjack and you're okay. Anyway, morning, folks. Morning, Richie. Hope you're doing well. Morning, Rich. Morning, Rich. Hello, hello. More nickel and diming the book. Getting the bones laid out, but still in the world format for now. I think I'll use that as a master outline. Groovy. Great idea. Then filling the skeleton and copying out their own volumes. Sounds great. As chapters fill up, publish the fullest one, then the next, etc. Finish with an update on the omnibus at the end. It will look good on my bookshelf. Starting with North America, it may end up being a couple volumes. Heck, Hollywood alone may have its own volume or two. Figures start on my own backyard. Well, not my literal backyard. Oh, you're not far. You know what? We're going to take a second here where I'm going to talk on a topic I know about. I love cryptids. I love stories about cryptids. I love folklore. I love researching the things that go bump, because once you've gone down that road, it's entertaining as heck. And when you get the kind of calls that I get, it pays to stay in business. Now, here's the point that's interesting. Many people have heard of the Beast of Bray Road, which is Wisconsin's Dogman, and the Michigan Dogman are continual sightings to this day. There are several sites where you can hear people come in and tell their stories. But let me ask you something. Richie, do you really think something like the Michigan Dogman respects state lines? Because I know from a couple fairly reliable sources that is not true. And at some point in the future, I'm going to get Richie here, and we're going to talk, probably during the leading up to Halloween, spooky stuff. I may do a panel show of paranormal and spooky stuff. We'll have to see. Because if there's one thing I love, it's a good ghost story. Or worse. And I mean that exactly as I said it. Now I'm going to hit that. And Carl's laughing at the LOL, but now you don't know. Whoop. What happened? There we are. Cool. Europe will likely be next, as it's a wealth of lore and legend. Absolutely. Sounds like a plan. After talking about Kendall Vella last week in the green room, I'm thinking that might be a good platform to start my stories on. Just need to go back through the file and see what my word count is. Now, the problem, research Kindle Vella, because you do not get paid for your first few chapters unless they have changed it. Your first few ones are mandatorily free. And yeah, I don't know. I still have some concerns on Kindle Vella, but we'll see. Donna, did the coffee help with the sinuses? Did you plug up her sinuses, Carl? Good Lord, man. At least you're staying hydrated. Cool, Joby. T-minus 1 minute to show launch. Hot coffee and a dark cigar. Yep, thanks again for the hot coffee. Goosen. Whoa, managed to get everything out and into the oven before we even went live? Bum, bum, bum. Mike Jimmy's hitting it. And wait, that's Mike Jimmy. Mike Jimmy, we love Mike Jimmy. You know why we love Mike Jimmy besides the fact that he's just a cool dude? We love Mike Jimmy because he is the creator of... Life on Korra, which is a great all ages book. And I say book that's not fair because it's actually, I want to say 5 volumes right now, and I have vested interest in one of them, which is glorious because, I get to live one of my dreams, and I'm just like, I'm not just, there's no pressure. I am a very patient man, but some part of me way back in the annals of Nickdom, there's a little dude going, gonna be a cartoon. Yes. I'm running laps. So, yes. Bonk. Whoa. And support Life on Quora. Just buy it. However you can. Mike Jimmy says at Carl Wilson, kissing in Dutch or pillow, depending on the content. So I guess that would be pillow talk on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. LOL, tossing Carl Donna a cuss. Single S unless it's plural. Well, do you have to add a T if there's a tongue? Anyway, almost time to half volume to keep the ears. That's right. In German too, we're learning for our eventual Rhine cruise. Oh, that's wonderful! I am so envious. That is on the list of things I always thought would be very cool to do. Just seeing the castles alone is worth it. Hey, Rich, half volume now. Not sure. I never did well in German in school, and that was 15 years ago. What's that? Nick Glenn B. Fleming is the master of all things pertaining to Jack Kirby and the creator of Hatch, which is a wonderful little sci-fi fantasy book that is masterfully drawn in the traditional ways. A keeper of the sacred arts that gave birth to comic books, something that appeals deeply to me. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Glenn, and I hope that your Ames guide never leads you astray. I like that. That came out pretty good. Greetings to Glenn and Mike Jimmy and Glenn, and we have a comment dump. Comment dump. See, I'm so off tune, no one can ever sue me. It's a talent, really. Hey, Glenn. Hey, see, I get callbacks. Takes a while, but I get there. How you doing, Donna? Donna Carly Colleen. Holy wow, that was a long breath. That really, since I got sick a while back, my breath is not what it used to be. I used to do free diving. And now that I'm chunky, I have to lose a lot of weight to be able to do it again. But I'd be under for multiple minutes. So once in a while, I can get the stars to align and just belt something out. Yeah. Good morning, Nick. It's been a bit due to my job. Hey, you know what? We understand. And you know what? Since we got our dear friend Joe D. McPhee in the house. How do we do? You can ask. I promote you, brother. Everybody, I hook folks up. Let's see, where are you? Because you know what? Here on Smooth Talk, WNTF, never mind the furthermore, we're going to run our favorite little musical in the background of Joe D. McPhee's smooth plug. So let's just fill your ears with a little bit of what Jody has to say.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
That's right. Jody is a man of convictions, and I will support it. See, it's possible, this might shock some of you, to support people even when you disagree with them. And oftentimes I agree with Jody. He's talented. And Let's see what else was going on. Someone grab him. Nick is stuck on a note. Yeah. I kind of got there for a minute. I was in a place. It was an experience. It was a journey. I'm glad we could all go through it together. And lots of greetings. Lots of greetings. How's everyone? Yes. Greetings. German, Kuss, singular. Kussen, for plural. Oh, I'm sorry, added that. Kuss. Kuss. Without the ability to umlaut, you can add an E. Ah! Question. Excellent. Yay for the umlauts. Wow. And just like that, I'm missing my mom's potato, sauerkraut, and sausage. Some spatzel. It's that time of year. Anyway, let's get the accountability out of the way. Kickstarter is fulfilled and done. Glenn and Ted got a new article from me for Comic Unlimited. Hit it. That's what we want to see. Yes. Yay. Completed 2 6-page stories for an unpublished anthology I've been working on for the year. Still haven't finished off the module for the RPG. Boo. Joe, these things happen. Okay? You're going, it takes time, especially if you're going to do it right. I need to get past my problems with writing direction. Trying to get it worded correctly is a pain. That takes a lot of courage to say, and that's very important because editing is a painful process and writing direction can hurt. That makes collaboration difficult, but I believe you can do it. Stuff happens, Joe. You'll overcome it. Jody, get worded any way you can, then dial it in and let other people help you. Good morning, Blue Teddy Narrations. Everybody, hey, I still want to burn a QWERTY style. Joe Bachman still wants to burn a QWERTY style Ouija board. Wife keeps telling me that is a bad idea, though. Oh God, that hurts. That hurts me so bad because all I'm hearing is, you're either going to get Steve Jobs or Stephen Hawking's, and I don't know how the chosen vocal inflection would transfer. Anyway, I concur with the Fake Queen on that one, Joby. Wow. Richie, recite to yourself what is the first rule of Fae Club? Allegedly, not that I know. I'm just saying. If you burn it into wood, would that be more spiritual than when they just print it on? Alamau. Yeah, if it wasn't probably isn't one of my best ideas, but I imagine it would sell pretty well. Yes. Now we get to my friend Alyssa wrote her first book. It is a wonderful. It starts off as a slice of life story, and then positively shanks you into an isekai of magic and political intrigue. And I am quite hooked into it right now, which I don't get to do very often, as Xander and all the work I do is very consuming of my time. But please go to Amazon.com, look for Alyssa Evett's Obsidia, and just look her up. If you do buy the book, it's our first ebook. Please leave a review. I will be reviewing it as soon as I've finished it because I don't review books that I haven't read. And I'm in the process, and it takes me a while. Part of it is over the years, my dyslexia has gotten a little worse. So and with some vision problems I have been dealing with, I have to either use much larger font or I have to do things with my phone. So it takes time. Don't worry about it. But please support her and support new people. When you guys have somebody new, you know who's good, either a good person, please mention them. Share their links here. And while you're doing things here, please like, share, and subscribe, because I'm fighting the algorithm and we need the likes. We're sitting at like 219 subscribers, and I am mind blown to be so blessed. Maybe we'll do a party of some sort when we hit 300. You know, spread it around. Let's see what we can do. Go for it. People worry about life after death a lot. More people. I worry more about life before death. Hi. You know what? Just give me a second here. Let me just cozy in a bit, friends. I thought I could wait a few days before I had to start doing this. Yes, Halloween is coming. Spooky month is coming. I basically ride that till about halfway to Thanksgiving. That being said, by all that is holy and good and radiant in the sky, and everything that crawls and lurks in every shadow, please don't be an idiot this time of year. Do not recreationally mess with supernatural things you are not prepared to deal with. If you're doing it recreationally, you are not prepared. 9 times out of 10, maybe more, maybe 90% of the time, which is still 9 times out of 10, but implies more attempts. 95, maybe even 99, nothing weird happens. The problem is that 1% will wreck your world. I am a logical person. I am a fairly intelligent person, despite my assorted neurodivergences. Don't mess with this stuff. Like, seriously, do not mess with this stuff. Don't mess with the Ouija boards. Be careful around tarot cards. Don't mess with Ouija boards, any form. Look at it this way. It's like you wouldn't leave your front door open and just like yell out in the dark, "Anybody here? Want to come in?" You wouldn't go into the deep web, the dark web, whatever. Sorry, use the wrong terms, Nick. You'll get in trouble. Without a heck of a firewall on your box, right? Don't go looking for trouble, because you'll find it. And you want to have fun, go to a haunted house, okay? Go to, a lot of fire departments, a lot of charities put on haunted houses where people in costumes will scare the crud out of you to whatever level you're comfortable with. But that's fine. You want to have a fire and tell scary stories? I love to. Do it on your own property or somewhere very safe. But don't go running around in the woods or breaking into abandoned houses or chasing legends that that have potential legal issues. I lived for a time in South Haven, Indiana. South Haven, Indiana has the Wolf Mansion. And the funny thing is, anybody who knows the history, there's not much real reason for the wolf to be theoretically haunted. And to the best of most people's actual knowledge, it's not. But there are enough stories, because it's a big spooky old house, that every year idiots break in. Now, that's dumb, because when you're breaking into somebody else's place, that sucks. People live there. 2, it's rude. Don't be rude. I don't believe I have to say this, but I do. Don't be rude with this stuff, guys. We're coming up. I know people, I'm going to run around. Oh, because, okay, you go out in the woods, you go out in a cemetery, you go out in some of the quiet, abandoned, liminal places where I hang out. You don't know the rules. A lot of people can't tell you what poison ivy looks like. You run around in the woods and you get yourself scared, which you will. You could trip, you could die. You could die of applied stupidity. And that's before anything spooky can happen. You just go, you'll be your own ghost story. So every year, I usually get Trelana and we get together and we tell people, don't be an idiot. Please, for all that's good and holy, if you want to see ghosts, throw in a movie. Throw in any of the Topper movies. Get a classic. Get some film education under your belt. Watch something with frickin' Vincent Price. You know, you want to get scared? Watch the old slasher flicks. Watch the original Halloween. It's a masterpiece. Watch Bela Lugosi, the Universal Monster. But don't go being stupid. Okay? Well, people go out in these woods and they die, and we think there's something. There are two categories of concept. We think there's something. And they go out and they die. That means it's very hard to tell what the thing killing them is. If you look over, for example, the missing 411s, okay? A lot of the disappearance in national parks, boy, they overlap with mountain lion territory. Boy, there's a lot of mountain lions in that. And I'm not saying that's all it is, but I'm saying if you look at the map where a predator known to prey on humans lives, and where humans disappear walking alone on trails is, and you see these 2 points are on the same dot. Don't be stupid. So, this rant is brought to you by Nevermind the Furthermore and the Historical Fencing Guild coming together to try to keep you guys from being stupid. Don't mess with it. Read about it. Have fun with it. But don't be stupid. Because I will tell you, and I don't say this lightly nor comfortably because it's in my mind it's dangerous to talk about because it can encourage some people. There is stuff out there. And stuff will eat your face if you're stupid. You aren't Gandalf. You aren't a B.A. mofo. There's stuff you don't mess with. Okay? I mean, I have known intensely trained combat veterans who I know very well who've seen stuff that nearly or did make them urinate themselves. There's stuff out there. Leave it alone. And Ouija boards, I'm going to tell you what. You guys all want to worry. Don't worry about being John Constantine, okay? Because there are enough people trying to be John Constantine and getting themselves completely torn up by either real-world legal authorities or supernatural entities or both. Worry about the poor sucker who was to clean up the mess that all you rock star Johnnies leave behind. I am retired. Don't call me up. Don't be like, oh, Nick, we summoned something on Halloween and now it's trying to eat my face. Be like, call the Catholics. They specialize in this stuff. They specialized in it for 2,000 years. Call them. I need to get there needs to be like a joint religion hotline that I can give people. Call, you done goofed. Like 1-800, you done goofed. Where I can say, call 1-800, you done goofed. And somebody will come in. Hello? Please state the nature of your supernatural emergency. Yes? And what is your religion? Thank you. We will be sending a cleric of some sort to you to help sort this out, you dumb person. Okay? So don't be an idiot. I love you. Have fun. Eat candy. Cook things. Have fire. Fire and meat is good. Tell stories. Let yourself feel the season. Let yourself be a little spooked. It's good to practice. But don't be an idiot. Alrighty. We will return to our regularly scheduled program already in progress. So let's see what the next comment is. I totally lost track. Joby, if you burn it into wood, is that more spiritual than if they just print it on? Lamau. Probably isn't the best ideas. Okay, we're almost there. We talked about Alyssa, who's awesome. Go for it. People worry about life after death a lot. I worry more about life before death. Richie says, in theory, more energy spent in the creation would allegedly make a more powerful object. I would also remind Carl that his wife is uncomfortable with it. Even if it were a complete flight of fancy silliness, it would be bad form to knowingly create something that would make your wife uncomfortable on a religious or spiritual nature. That would be bad form. And bad form is not something I play lightly with. Now, let's see. Thanks for the encouragement, all. It is the 9 to 5 is kicking my butt. It does, but we have faith in you. We have absolute faith in you. It's nice to see. It's nice that you like cryptid stories. We all have to be in touch with our own culture. I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. Let me spin this another way. I'm going to spin this another way. It is coming up on October. And there is somehow an assumption that I'm some type of cryptid. A legend. Let's just run with the theory that I am some type of cryptid. Now, granted, I am an urban legend. I will accept that. I will wear that. But small. So maybe a suburban legend. Anyway. Who's to say I would know what kind I am if I were? See, my secret fear, friends, on this, and nobody's going to believe me, is that what if I'm the only one who isn't? Like Kay working at the post office, everyone else but him is an alien. Now, going back down the line, Laporte is only a stone's throw from the border. Yes, it is. And literally, I have ridden the Heston Steam thing right up to the border. So I know quite well. Oh, from what I've read, you still get a bit of compensation still. Okay, that would be good. They may have changed it since it came out. Hey, Johnny Cage. Nice animation at Mike, Jimmy, Larsha DeBron. And we got greetings and greetings and greetings. And if I did, I'm sorry, I was distracted by talking to my friend Johnny. Hi, Johnny. Hope you're doing well. And when you have a project come out, let me know so I can promote the heck out of it. Because you're good people. First rule of Uncle Carl's Secret Humor Group is that we don't talk about Uncle Carl's Secret Humor Group. Actually, the first rule is don't spit on the floor, but it's not as funny. So you're saying the first rule is don't spit, swallow. Gotcha. Anyway. I guess that's a big no from Nick on the Ouija board burning. Believe it or not, that was a very mellow, controlled response to that. That 1% will wreck a lot of people's world in collateral damage. He's telling you to be careful out there. Let's be careful out there. Anyway, Ghost Mountain Lion. Want to see one? Ah! Ah! No. No. Batsu. No. 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 That. No. It's nay. No. Ghost Mountain Lion. No. I've seen enough ghost dogs to never, ever, ever want to see Ghost Lion. And yeah. I fear other people more than mountain lions. Illegal growers in the woods will shoot you. That's not a joke either. Heck, some of the Mushroom guys, I mean, like the morel hunter guys, will put a cap in you if you get too close to where they know their morels are. I am not kidding. People of the woods are very simple. I spent much time there. I classify as one. You do you, leave us alone. Or we'll put a splitting maul through the front end of your snowmobile. Allegedly. There's no proof or evidence. No one knows who that person was. Besides, that was 25 years ago, allegedly. Nick is speaking wisdom. I am laughing, though. Some of it, I shouldn't. His tone makes you want to laugh as he highlights. Yeah, well, that's the point. I don't want to, like, chastise in a way. Now. I don't want to actually bawl people out. But don't mess with this stuff. And if you laugh, it sticks in your brain a little bit. Don't be stupid. That's like, hey, look, there's sharks. I'm going to dump some blood and screw around, splash on the top of the water. I cannot spend my time tackling people trying to jump off the cliff. Been there, done that, got burnt out. Did great damage to me way too many times, and I nearly missed and took the leap myself at points. But I will hold up the sign and be like, Cliff, don't be dumb. Theoretical ghost stories are much safer than applied. Yes. Carl isn't the one who's making the Ouija board. That was Joby. I don't even believe in any of that stuff. Oh, I know. But I do believe that if his wife says no, see, that is certain doom. And we can't have anything happen to Joe. Because I love Joe and I love his wife. And we're all dear, dear, dear friends. And my wife loves his wife and loves Joe. We are in what's lovingly a platonic clump. You know what I mean? They're some of my favorite people in the world. They'll never be homeless. But come on, Joe. Some self-preservation here, my friend. You're too good a guy to go out that way. Not that she'd kill you. Fascinating take on Halloween, Outlaw. I'll probably cuddle my black cat, burn some seasonally scented. Nothing wrong with that. I've had black cats for years. I currently have an orange cat. His name is Stuart, and he would be in causing me trouble. But Xander was sleeping in, and I used Stuart hopefully to wake him up, and then they both apparently cuddled down and are in a sleepy pile, and it's adorable. And I have not the heart to interrupt that. But yes, I like cats. I like dogs. But your wife does, and Ouija boards are Ouija boards be verboten. Verboten. One of my favorite words in all of communication. Right, Jody. I'm laughing out loud over here. People do it because they don't really believe in what you're talking about, though. So I'm not sure it appeals to self-preservation will set in. Okay. You know what? Great point, Blue Teddy, and hi. I do it for two reasons. One, I do try to remind guys running around in the dark, because if you go in the dark looking to find something spooky, your brain will provide you spookiness, okay? I mean, there are places in my house that, it's my house. It is a safe place that I get spooked in at times. And I know why. Fear cages, EMP fields. Oh, there's no pulse. EM fields. Sorry. My sci-fi brain took over for a second. But EM fields, infrasound, things like that can do that to you. I've studied it because I've wanted to know why. And the vast majority of the time, if it can be debunked, it can be debunked. But running around in the woods, if you aren't a wood-type person, is a great way to die. I mean, I'm not being facetious. Like, you can go out there, get too cold, and die. You can trip, break an ankle, and die. You can get bit by something and die. Fall smack your head, get impaled through the eye. Running around in the woods, baseline is bad. Running around the woods near where I grew up was extra bad because some of those woods had traps in them, both from hunters and we'll say, religious groups in not far from where I lived, who do believe all sorts of spooky dang stuff, made sure that their parts of the woods where they did spooky stuff were deadly to go into. We're talking punji pits, eye-level fish hooks. Don't mess around. If they're like, it's dangerous to go there. Thank you. And then don't go there. Okay. Blue Teddy. I love to cuddle my mini panther, but she's not the cuddly type. Hiya. A Ouija board told me I'd be married 5 times. Donna is number 2. So, well, what that means you're going to adopt or acquire 3 more redheads when polygamy becomes legal in part of a here. You can cook and you can clean and you can mow the lawn and we'll all be warm and cuddly, right? Isn't that the master plan? Anyway, no. But, wow, I went really on some tangents today, even for me. I have not run nearly enough commercials. Let me see. Who should I run a commercial for? You know what? I'm gonna run the Frog G trailer because his stuff is still up.
We've all read the story. The brave hero conquers the diabolical villain and rescues the damsel in distress. But this is real life, and in real life, stories don't always have happy endings. Frog G, the story of a man turned into a frog by a voodoo priestess sent on a mission to kill a god by death itself. Now our hero must roam the underworld to regain his humanity and win back the woman he loves.
Yeah, see? Dude went in the woods, got turned into a frog. There you go. Okay, going back into the commentary. I've always wanted to catch. Okay, Richie. My dyslexia got hold of that, so give me a second. I'd always catch garbage from folks that want to do that stuff. My main rule is if we're going in the woods, we're checking it out by daylight first. At least know the terrain. I was George and I have Richie and I share a connection in that he's been friends with my nephew George. My nephew George is 10 years older than me. It gets weird. Just let it go. I love him dearly. He does not watch this show to the best of my knowledge because it's way too daywalkery. But he has a habit of taking people to a haunted bridge to let them see spooky stuff. Now, from the stories of George and said bridge, I have one of 2 basic core reactions because I have not been permitted to know the location for fear of independent study, but I think I have it narrowed down. And the bridge itself is washed out, so it's now just a park area with the remains of where our bridge used to be. But one of 2 things is going on. He's either taking his friends out in the woods to scare the living piss out of them, which is a dick move, or by the way of the stories, he takes his friends out like they have pork chops hung around their necks to play with the coyotes, rattle them to spooky things till the spooky stuff gets too spooky, and then runs away. Pretty sure both of these are dickish moves. Just saying. He started talking about taking me out there. It's like, fine. He's like, I have my rules. I have a driver, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I have my rules. I bring my bag. I'm going to bring 2 bags. Nobody touches my bags. And I have access to a vehicle that I can control. I don't trust y'all. So what's in the bags? Well, one bag was my old evidence kit. Video recordings, etc. The other was how to solve the problem. And if the woods were haunted by something too threatening, I was totally comfortable with lighting that up. Because fire cleanses, my friends. So don't play with me. Don't play with me. I can be mad or I can be scared, but you never want to see me mad and scared. These are bad things. So yeah. Let's see. Shoot, all right, ladies. Donna Carly is looking for a sister wife or two right now, or a brother husband who could do the yard work, or get yourself a buff woman. See, I don't understand this thing. I guess take a moment here. I love women. I find women attractive. Now, what gets me is the guys, many guys and some women, operate like the profiled serial killers. Have you ever noticed this? Even my favorite movies, Tremors. My man Kevin Bacon. You will have blonde hair, green eyes, blah blah blah, and legs that don't quit. They get so type oriented. I'm like, You see her? She's got some Hobbit energy. That's yummy. See her? She could bench press me and the Hobbit girl. That's yummy. Elf chick, all dancy, graceful looking chick. You know what I'm talking about? And I am using fantasy races as the subclassing because it's a shortcut. I'm not profiling negatively. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean? There is a buffet of yummy hotness that one may choose to partake in. But so yeah, you should be able to find whatever you're looking for in either gender of the primary that most people admit, or in the neutral zone somewhere between. And I'm sure you can find hotness somewhere. Home wrecking Ouija board. Hey. Amen, Rich. Don't need to geocache. I don't even geocache without backup. That's right. Don't wander around. You're talking to a guy who doesn't even play Pokemon Go, even though I was invited to for two reasons. One, when it came out, my son's reality thing was a problem. And people chasing invisible monsters in around his house terrified the heck out of him. And I had to explain, no. Two, don't do anything alone in the public. Always have someone with you and an exit plan if at all possible. LOL, that was when I was a teenager, so Donna is safe. I see. Ouija boards can't tell you over how many lifetimes, Carl. The problem with them. Ask a vague question and get a vague answer. Better to live out without asking spirits questions. Here's the thing. You don't know who or what you're talking to. You are going on faith. I always say, don't take critique from someone you wouldn't seek advice from. So if somebody's criticizing you and you wouldn't go for them for advice, throw it out the window. Whee! And no, like if you I'm going to put that thing where anyone can answer anonymously this question. Would you, not take it with a grain of salt? Mm-hmm. Woods in our land aren't that interesting. Well, yeah, that's because if I recall, you have you have very interesting woods for a very different reason. Well, also remember we're in America where, unspecified genocides happen frequently. And, this is haunted Indian burial grounds. Friend, most of this country belong to the Indians at one point or another. Using that term should be Native Americans. You know what I mean? Indigenous peoples. Whatever you want to use. Don't ride me. I'm trying to be supportive here. There's going to be some spookdom. This country has a short European influenced history, and it is bloody. And in boring places, people do more stuff. And the middle of our country is great for growing corn and being boring. So, a lot of weird things happen. At Carl Witzman, of course Donna is safe. But you have to worry about Duma. She's around here ready to decapitate someone. And remember, You may not be factoring how many personalities your wife has. Because when you marry one, you marry them all. Am I lying, Donna Carlene? Boom. Fear Duma. Maybe, maybe not at the desk. Oh my. Hotness not required. You mean you're safe, Carl. Spookiness. Spookiest personal wood story. I used to live in a house that was only a 10-minute walk away through. You know what? Give me a second, because I'm presenting that wrong. Spookiest personal wood story. I used to live in a house that was only a 10-minute walk away through the woods from a small lake. Used to sit on a tree near the bank and write. Accidentally fell asleep once and woke up after dark with someone else's jacket draped over me. Could not decide if that was nice or creepy, LOL. Now, I will say, the scariest thing out there are people. Humanity are the ultimate apex predator wackadoos that humanity is going to run into, because we'll just kill each other. People will kill each other because they look wrong, believe wrong, smell wrong, taste wrong, have said the wrong thing, look like they might say the wrong thing. The wackadoos are wacky and not in the fun way. So, yes. Oh, let's see. From slaves to wiped out Indians, we had it all. Point. Valid point, Johnny. I do miss jaguars. They all got hunted to extinction the reason. Ghost jaguars. That'd be cool. Okay, you know what? That would be cool if it's not trying to eat my face. Like seeing a ghost jaguar walk down the road. That would be cool. If you weren't bothered. Spectral hounds, they suck. The wild hunt really, really, really sucks. Really. Like, top 3 things in the universe that suck, according to Nick. Batsu, no. You got 2 Batsus out of me. It's mesmerizing. And we're going up here to just grins at Nick's question. Well, look at it this way. Carl's blessed because if you have multiple personalities and you make love, every session's an orgy. Now I feel like the story was disappointing compared to that voice. No. That's like awesomely terrifying. I also don't know your gender for sure, Blue Teddy. I'm sure you said it at one point or another, but the implications could be quizzical. But it does seem like whoever did that was a nice person, and I'd consider. Oh, sounds like a little man's moving around. Just be thankful you woke up with more clothes instead of less, Blue. Yeah, I'm not one for falling asleep in the woods, at least not on the ground. In my youth, I spent a lot of time in the woods, and I spent a lot of time camping. And that's probably one of my greatest regrets of having to be a member of the Scuba Sleeper Squad, is the kind of camping I would do would be grab my backpack and go. Yeah, there was a tent in there. Bring some food, whatever. Oh, you're a girl and at 14. Oh, my. See, that. Like, woo. Okay. Wow. One, my son is 13 right now, or 12. He's 12. No, he's 13. God. 2009. Yeah, he's 13. I have trouble seeing it because I see my son, when I think of him in my mind, he's about between elbow and shoulder high or littler, and he's this little guy who's following me around to the beach. Ah, speaking of little guys. He can't reach to get in here, can he? Stuart the Sword Cat is just at the door, but we've had to keep him in limited. No, it's not gonna let you in the room, dude. Sorry. To keep him from terrorizing my study and everything else in the house, he has about a 20-foot leash that he ropes around things, but that keeps him from going downstairs because we previously had a mouse problem and we had to put bait traps, and we're still double checking and triple checking everything around the house before it's fully safe for Stuart to be let in. He wasn't expected to be let in, but coyotes took one of them, and I couldn't stand it. So on my birthday, I said, "This is my cat. Deal with it." But yeah, he came, noted in, and checked on me. One sec, Xander, did you get your Mountain Dew? Did it open okay? Okay, if you have trouble, grab one out of the case. Okay, cool. Normally I would mute that, but I'm to the point where you guys might as well hear how my life works. Let's see. But yeah, sorry about that. Blue Teddy, yeah, that in that case, it's both sweet and terrifying. Though, given the way the world is, I can see where someone would be afraid to wake you, you know? I not want you to be cold, but then again, you're sitting there at that there. I don't want her to get cold, but like you don't want to be the dude who wakes up a teenage girl in the woods because no, that's not who and what I want to be. So you know what? Here's my coat, and you just stay warm, hon. I'm out of here. Stuart smells Lydia and wants a taste. Yeah, he's still a baby. I don't think he's in the mood for that much shenaniganry. Right, Lydia? Yeah. Should probably scare the crud out of him. Ghost hunting in Johnny's farmland, Nick. When he coming over? You know what? I would, except I have no passport. And if I were healthier, I'd take you up on that and Pedro Ang's snorkeling and freediving. I would if I won the lotto and could spend an amount of time with the right doctors and getting myself in shape, I'd come see you. You're awesome people. Besides, he makes an appearance on the show, like when Cookie does from time to time when BK Emma's on. Yeah, Stuart shows up, and it just depends. I'm in the middle of reorganizing everything for the kind of once winter hits a certain degree, we get locked back down because the wind chill there's not much snow at all, but the wind chill is so severe that it can be downright deadly. That's what happens when you have 30, 40 mile an hour winds and it's 0 degrees. Go get your little wind chill chart, check it out. So I have to get the house all prepped and convert from when it was 125 degrees. But we still have some flex. It's going to be fun. We'll make it work. But yes. Wow, we've gone over an hour today already. And I only hinted at ghost stories. I didn't actually tell any of mine. I may tell some of mine someday, but not today. So since Xander's up and palling around and it looks like the comments are pretty mellow, I'm going to say this, guys and ladies. Thank you for coming out and chatting with us. Be sure to share. I give people wrenches in part so that they can share their own links. Don't be afraid to promote yourself here as long as it's not excessive or all you do. Because, I like the conversation. This isn't necessarily a shill show. But other than that, yeah. I'm in Chicago, survived a couple polar vortexes. I know what you're referencing. I'm about 100 miles south of Chicago. And we get the polar vortexes. I'm in where my county is the windiest part of the nation, actually. by a lot of measures. So that's why we are growing, wind turbines as a major crop, and they just keep popping up out there. They're much bigger than you think they are when you see them by the road, by the way. So yeah, it gets bad. We will see. Yeah, see everyone at FezCon. Officially LibraryCon, unofficially FezCon, depending on who you're talking to, October 8th in Fowler, Indiana, 10 till 2. It looks like the weather's going to be nice thus far, although that hurricane may mix some things up. Work in Chicago, live in the region instead. Have a great day. Yeah, guys, I want you to get out there and create. This is a great time to be creative. There's lots of stories, lots of energy. Use it, channel it, write something down, draw something. I'm hitting the end of the year. I want to try to wrap up as many projects as I can so that I can get my publication count up, because I have a lot of things I've wanted to, and I got distracted by 3 or 4 contract works this year, which were awesome. I love doing contract work. And it counts as a publication, but it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get some more stuff out on Amazon. Please go to my Amazon, Amazon.com/author/Nicholas T. That's the easy Nicholas Tockert. Go there and look at my books. Give them a read. We will see you. Good hump day show later, so we will see you Friday morning. I will be here Friday morning for another Nevermind the Furthermore, and I will be on Luke Stone Studios on YouTube for Nerd Bacon. It's going to be a short show, so at 9 a.m., which is always a little early for me, we will have that. And then I will be back Friday night for the Historical Fencing Guild's live stream, which should be interesting. After a couple feedback reaction episodes, it'll be nice to get back into the slightly more normal quote-unquote flow of things. So with all that, create, tell your stories, write it down, because you can edit it, but you can't edit a blank page. And I will see you on the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore.